This episode of Giant Alberta takes us west and north of Edmonton, a loop through communities that each found their own reason to build something bigger than it needed to be. Hello and welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. St. Albert sits just northwest of Edmonton, and in the Red Willow neighborhood, there's a badminton racket. A 14-foot tall badminton racket, standing just outside the Red Willow Badminton Club and put here in the year 2000 by club manager Gene Follansbee. The Red Willow Club isn't just a community facility, it's produced some of Alberta's most notable badminton players. This racket is a statement about that, about taking a sport seriously enough to build a giant version of your equipment and put it where everyone can see it. There's something almost defiant about it. Badminton doesn't get near the attention hockey does. It doesn't get the billboards or the arena sponsorships. But in this corner of St. Albert, there is a 14-foot racket that says, "This sport matters here." We did end up flying the drone over the club roof while we were there, and the manager asked us to take a look while they had us because they were in the middle of getting the roof redone. Not every shoot goes exactly as planned. Head west on the Yellowhead and you'll reach Wabamun, a lakeside hamlet that needed something to put it on the map. In 2009, a structural welder named Frank Fanuff built them one. What he made is the world's largest dragonfly. The abdomen is a 490-liter propane tank welded to a light post. The wings, spanning nearly 10 meters, were borrowed from scrapped airplanes. The 1-meter eyes are cut and fitted from a different tank, and it was painted by James McKay and installed by Premier Equipment. Nobody went to a manufacturer for this. Somebody looked at what was available, figured out what it could become, and built a dragonfly out of it. It has been estimated that if the thing actually could fly, it would hit speeds close to 100 kilometers an hour, which is roughly the speed limit on most Alberta highways and an absolutely terrifying thought. The dragonfly has become Wabamun's unofficial mascot. There's an annual dragonfly festival in June, but when we were there in winter, it stood against the snow like it was waiting for the lake to thaw. North of Edmonton, the town of Barrhead has a mascot, a great blue heron named Heron. Built in 1984 by artist Trygve Sealand out of rebar, wire mesh, and concrete. Sealand is worth knowing about. He is responsible for roughly 30 giant monuments across Alberta. A body of work that includes a little church in Drumheller and the original Eddie the Squirrel in Edson. He was building Alberta's landmarks before most people knew that this was a thing Alberta did. Heron stands about 8 feet tall on a pedestal at the corner of 50th Street and 49th Street in the town center, and miniatures of the bird show up on the street posts throughout the town. The heron isn't just a sculpture, it's the town's identity. Great blue herons are spotted regularly around the lakes in the area, long-legged and deliberate, the kind of bird that looks like it's thinking about something. Heron has a twin built at the same time as a stand-in for when Heron goes in for maintenance. The twin lives at the aquatic center. It's a level of commitment to a concrete bird that deserves acknowledgement. When we were there in the early spring, the world was just starting to come back. Heron looked like he'd been there forever. So if you enjoyed this little journey, give that like button a tap. It's free and oddly satisfying. If you haven't subscribed yet, just know I share a new small town story every week, weather permitting, of course. Feel free to pass this along to your aunt, your neighbor, or that one friend who still thinks Alberta ends at Calgary. They need this more than they know. If you'd like to chip in and help keep the drone batteries charged and the gas tank filled, there is a Ko-fi link in the description. And you can find Gradient Imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because apparently I'm not busy enough. But until next week, drive safe, wave at strangers, and take the scenic route.